He was expecting fastball up and in. Curveball in the dirt, they would keep it close. A lot easier going that way than the other. When you're expecting curveball, fastball comes. That's when the umpire gets it right in the head. Got it. Swinging good pitch. Pretty cool.
First pitch, 15 minutes.
He gets the fastball down a little bit. He's not able to catch up to it. Good pitch.
Watching Sox Brewers in the meantime.
Even in spring training, Freddie's got a little flair. That's number 80 coming from Freddie Peralta. He faces Freddie when he struck it out twice. These are really invaluable opportunities for a guy like Freddie. He's getting starts and getting kind of deep into his start right now. Frank Castle leaving him out there to see what he can do if he can get out of this dance. MVP Jose Abreu. Mr. Michelle. Here's the relay throw. Anderson scores. White Sox at 2-1. Seems like he's able to come up big. Didn't hit him hard. He made contact after striking out a couple of times. And just fist one out the right field with second and third. He gets his hits when he needs them. That bad pitch by Freddie, fastball up and in. And Gray was able to drive it a couple of runs. Anderson's speed is the only thing that allowed him to score that good jump. He's outing from Freddie Peralta. Frank Council thought the same. White Sox still hitting in the sixth.
Tough.
Spring is finally.
Okay, let's see. Braves Twins. Who is starting for the Twins? Nope. No. Man, really good start. This is some quality stuff. What the fuck is the date? Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Really good appearance, save for the last two-run single.
It's pretty fun.
Nice pitch on Jose Abreu, but something that he could really hang his hat on going into the regular season. That's a really good pitch for him, and he's throwing it more than he has all spring. So you can feel for that pitch. That's just going to help the fastball. When he makes the fastball, he's really good. Getting the swings and misses just like that on Robert right there. Gets it down the zone like he did early in the game.
Yeah, you know.
The guy that hit the home run.
You know we do.
He got one down, hit it out of the ballpark to left center, but good job by Freddie today. Spring high 8 strikeouts for him as Yardley's out in front of Moncada, 0-2. And tied for the team high in appearances with 8. He and JP Fireyes with 8 appearances in spring training. Good year for him a year ago. Frisbee breaking ball. This is from Yardley. Yardley was one of the trusted
Few out of the bullpen for Craig Counsell last year.
24 appearances.
Just missed. And he didn't think so. Bend that slider around the outside corner. Now it's full. Now the runner at first. That's Abreu. There goes. Swinging a ground ball foul at the first base line.
Hey, what was the breaking pitch? 70 miles an hour up and in. And they good stick. Sidearm delivery. Tough on right-handers. See it a little bit better.
There goes again. It's fouled away again by Moncada. The guy who has that submarine style delivery throws the ball a little bit harder than most. 88, 90 miles an hour.
I think it's hard ground balls when he's got that good movement. You could use one here.
See if they send Abreu for a third straight time. We think so. Here he goes. Come up, fouled again. Fouled the long sequence with Yard. Brewers very happy where their bullpen sits right now with all the firepower that they have at their disposal. Guys that are up there in the 95s to 98s, and then you have the pump of Garfield.
Kevin Suter.
It goes down. That one right off his front foot.
Okay, Brave might need a pitch runner.
A little face here. Ouch, right off his front shin. He will be for another 6 weeks at least. Off the ball, off of his shin area like that makes me think of Jermaine Guy.
Yeah.
Time ago with the A's, found the ball off of his shin and actually broke the ball.
It's like a hammer coming down on your shin or your foot. You pound that foul ball right off your leg. That feel good.
It's still just me. 8.5 minutes in, and I am me by myself with me.
Front leg, front foot.
It's pretty cool.
Let's see him. Next time he plays in the shin guard. Gotta get you a little bit timid now. You know, you get that sinker, again, you're afraid you're gonna pound it off.
Yeah, it's just me. It's also me.
Let's see.
Would love if there were people here to talk to. But there's not. Wow, he's picked the shit up. Oh, someone's calling me. It's probably a wrong number. It most certainly is.
So this is him hitting the foul ball off of his shin. Pitch prior. And then the very next pitch.
Does that make it that better or worse? Oh, that actually might be better with the light off.
Gets out of the way for a little, kind of flatten out and
Hmm.
see it.
First home run line this spring by Eric Johnson. It's now 6-2 Chicago. Comes back with a strike on Grandal. Close the book on Freddie Peralta. His mind doesn't look as good as how he actually threw the ball today. 5 earned runs on his accord. Tim Moncada still having a tough time.
It's literally just going to be me talking to myself, I think. It's pretty fucking funny.
Here had all the time in the world. Robertson tried to scoop it. Help out here. Couldn't do it. An error on Keston.
Yeah. Pretty easy play. Has a lot of time. Takes the crow option. It's a tough chance for any first baseman, particularly a guy that's not used to being over there. That in between hop off the mark. Bad throw by Hero.
Now Zach Collins.
Yeah, bars are so good.
Runoff with Peralta in the second. The score was 2-2 going into this inning. White Sox have opened it up. Yardley, one of his specialties last year was leaving inherited runners on the base paths.
Yeah, getting the ground balls and double plays. It's a relatively rough spring training. He's had some rough outings, but for the most part, the Council are going to be counting on him a lot to get through that jam.
Half swing and a miss by Collins. And Yardley finally gets out number 2. It's Robert, who was struck out twice against the starter Peralta. Hits against Yardley now. He's the 8th man to hit in this inning. Robert had a good pitch to hit. Skied it in the air. Urias takes care of Luis Robert. The inning is over. Sox put up
All right.
including that big home run by Moncada.
Good timing. Switch to the Braves game. We'll go from there. What? That's not great. Okay. Just me. Me on stream by myself.
As Jeff and I join you in our Atlanta studios, we start tonight's broadcast on a very somber note. The Minnesota Twins family lost a beloved member of their organization today. Their bench coach, Mike Bell, took a leave of absence, Jeff, this February because of kidney cancer, passed away today
Jesus.
at the age of 46 years.
Yeah, tough day for the Twins, and not just Twins,
Oh
but
my
baseball
God.
family. It's tight.
I hope we lose. Fuck.
Young guy to have that happen, but it's going to be tough on them.
The Twins players and organization were bold before the game, and they asked, "Do you want to play this game tonight?" And to a man, the players and coaches all said, "Yes, we want to play this game in honor of Mike Bell." And our sympathies go out, of course, to the Twins and the entire Bell family. As we talked about in our opening comments, Jeff, it is a different-looking Braves lineup, somewhat explained by the fact it's a road game, but also because there's some important jobs that are to be won yet, and not a whole lot of time left.
Am I the only person watching this game?
The lineup they're putting out there tonight, they're giving these guys an opportunity down the stretch.
What are we doing, guys?
And
16 minutes. It's just me.
So
talking to me.
And Christian Pache will play in the outfield
Also with
together
me.
as well. That will be interesting as well. As we take a look at
Sick.
Jensen
All
Maeda,
right.
the man of the
This is gonna be fun.
Minnesota Twins, who finished second in the American League Cy Young voting last season.
Talk to myself.
Well, Maeda has certainly kept that up this spring. Jeff, he's been virtually unhittable. That's what he did last year, a 6-1 record. And were it not for the heroics of Shane Bieber with Cleveland, he might have won the Cy Young Award. But boy, if Maeda is good as he's pitching right now for the Twins from the opening bell, you really have to be excited for Minnesota's fans.
So, 2 years ago, I thought that was the best move they made when they got him from Los Angeles. He was such a good threat for that Dodgers team, whether he started out at then, and of course for Minnesota now. He is
God damn it.
11 strikes last
What the
year.
fuck is a
10
lineup?
Walks, only 10 walks in 66 2/3 innings. So get up there, be ready to swing the bat. Ender Inciarte is going to try to do that for the Braves. You see his mark on the year. Ender Inciarte, Adrianza, and Jake Lamb, the first three for the Braves in Fort Myers tonight. And here we go. First pitch is skied to the left side and headed out toward the bullpen foul. And Ender is quickly down strike one. Ender a 174 average so far this spring. Remember, he missed 4 or 5 games because of a thumb problem. And that's really been the story, Jeff, for the Braves center fielder. Injury problems and, frankly, ineffectiveness have really sidetracked his Braves days.
Yeah, when you're not feeling comfortable at 100% physically, and then go try to hit guys like Maeda and others, it's a tough task. And there has been, it's probably been the one position battle, actually, that the Braves have had this spring. Center field between him and Pache, but you kind of start to get the look that
It's not a battle. Ender or Christian?
Downstairs from Maeda, who strikes out a lot of guys. Last year, 80 of them, as I said, at 66 innings.
Christian Pache.
One thing about Maeda, he doesn't have to throw strikes to get it. Last year, an amazing 41% swing rate on pitches out of the strike zone. So his ball dances and darts all over the place. As this one on the ground to first, Sano will flip to Maeda. The old PFP comes into play up the first batter of the game. And a ground ball to Sano retires Ender Inciarte.
They said he gets so many swing and misses. He's got that split. And so he throws 94, 95 with that fastball. And then you drop that split in there anytime which he feels comfortable. He said he'll get a lot of swing and misses outside the zone.
Adrianza is the Braves batter. We're going to quiz Jeff on his first name a little later on. We'll practice it a couple of times. But you might want to practice it a lot because, Jeff, I would think with the spring he's had, it would be a real shock if he wasn't in strong consideration to make this.
Dude, if he's not the fifth infielder, I'm going to fucking scream.
It's so tough.
He's so good.
Batting average in spring and what you've done. Just from the sole fact that, it might be different. He might not be facing Maeda all the time where the starters are coming in. But what I look for him, honestly, is the versatility. We saw him when we were down there last week in Northport make 2 great plays at shortstop. There's that split you can see. But
early on that? Late?
We saw him lay down a nice.
Do we not have a radar gun?
So, when you're talking about a bench for the Braves, when we were talking before we came on air, they get their lineup pretty much if they're going to play every day. So guys like him, to me, make more sense.
Following a strike from Maeda to Adrianza, high strike has him behind the count. And look, we've talked about this a lot too. National League rules are back in.
It's pretty high.
We think. And assuming we don't have the DH, your bench is going to have to be versatile.
Come on, Adrianza. Foul a couple
with
off
this
at least.
marathon 162 game schedule. And there's the splitter or changeup, swing and a miss. There's the first strikeout for
Can't tell what the pitch is because there's no radar gun.
First, Maeda's only walked one man this spring.
And you see the arm action, same as a fastball. So as a hitter, you're standing up there thinking 94, 95, and instead it's 86 and just drop it. Such a tough pitch.
Well, he knows how to pitch. 8 years in the Nippon Professional Baseball League with the Hiroshima Carp. And as Jeff mentioned,
The
those 4 great years with the
Hiroshima
Dodgers
Carp.
were won 47 games. Last season, 6
Okay.
victories.
Okay.
His first year with Minnesota.
Let's go
So
back
here's
to
Jake
fuck
Lamb.
that is.
Jake had 188 this spring, a homer, 5 RBIs. Is Jake Lamb showing enough for the Braves to crack camp on this 26-man roster?
Yeah, and I think he's the youngest guy. I think he's 30 years old. And, you know, he's coming off a year, 2-3 years ago, where he had some massive numbers. I would be shocked if you didn't see him at least take this guy for a while and see what he can do.
How much does
Partially owned.
play into the decision-making?
Someone who was a descendant
in a case like
the founder of
Lamb and
Mazda.
Adrianza, for example.
Well, that's where it's tough. You know, you
You're
got
in here first.
all these guys that put up some massive numbers, but I think I read a couple weeks ago where Braves manager Brian Snitker had talked about that. Saying sometimes you have to separate what these guys were and what they are now, and how they fitted your team. I think that's the other thing. We said the Braves have a lineup that is pretty set every day, so sometimes a guy like Adrianza is more valuable.
Good cut by Lamb there, foul straight. I think it's safe to say that nobody's expecting Jake to get 600 at-bats this season. He does have a track record of being able to do that.
Yeah.
Quite as Austin Riley at third base, but Lamb can back up there. He can back up Freddie Freeman if need be on the infield. But all that to be decided within the next 5-6 days. And that's why games like this, seemingly unimportant for guys like Lamb and Adrianza, Yohan Camargo, these are huge opportunities against a top-flight pitcher to show what you can do against A-plus competition.
Decent
And
take on the high
there's
strike.
another reason that, they might have seen where you see Maeda
High
pitch
fastball,
tonight,
no
it's like,
strike.
you want to take these guys because this is
Full
senior
count,
pitching.
2 out.
They-
Nobody on.
These type pitchers.
First deep
Put
count for
something in play, bro.
Maeda,
I don't
full
even
count
fucking care.
for Mr. Lamb. And that one on the ground.
Base hit.
Beats the shift. So Lamb coming to life.
Let's go.
Closer to 200 this spring. First base runner.
Jake Lamb, let's go, buddy.
Jake Lamb.
Looks like he got that split, but with the 3-2, he got more of the zone. And Lamb took advantage of the shift, hit it pretty hard, but right through the hole and hit the Bravo started.
So Pablo Sandoval is
Vamos los Bravos.
Sandoval, 12 hits, 32
Come on, Panda.
drives. 9 of those hits singles. This guy can flat out hit. But again, very interesting to see how Sandoval
Guy can flat out
on this
hit.
roster. Sandoval is playing first base in
Flat
place
out
of Freddie Freeman tonight. He's also DH'd quite a bit in his time in Braves camp.
Maybe. I don't think so.
Well, I think he's the kind of
Good take.
opposite of what we're talking about with Adrianza. The versatility. Look, if Sandoval makes his team chip, it's for one thing. It's to come off that bench, pinch hit, and deliver some power. And so I think that's what eventually the Braves will have to decide, is that worth the bench spot?
One ball, no strikes. Lamb at first.
Oh, shit. Get down.
Diving try by Jake Cave. Can't come up with it.
Nice. Okay, it got down.
It was Lamb running with 2 outs. Good base running. Good results. Sandoval and Lamb. 2 2-out singles. And the Braves are in business here.
Okay. Okay.
And you just said it.
There we go, Panda.
He's always hit for the most part wherever he's been at. And that was a good swing. Fastball up in the zone.
If Cave doesn't make that play, that's up against the wall.
His glasses fell off? What happened?
One where you tell him, look, we'll take first and third. Don't let that ball pass you.
So the
Right
Braves push
one.
the pitch count of Maeda, but Sidhu. Close to 20 territory is Jason Kipnis, longtime American leaguer, digs in. Kipnis at 240. The homer, he's knocked in. 3 runs this spring. Kipnis got the start at second tonight. And no chase there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Howling strike.
That was good enough to be called a strike. Wouldn't think there'd be too many surprises with Kipnis and Maeda. They've been around the big leagues a long time.
So that's the thing. You go up and down the Braves lineup for a 3-4-5 tonight. So if you tell yourself that's 3 years ago, you're looking at 3 possible all-stars. So it's shows you how hard baseball is. Those guys just where they were, but at the same time, that they're still trying to go out there and make a team.
Okay, let's see.
See, that's
Kipnis, put a bunt down, bud. Not
As
really.
he readies his 1-1 pitch. And Astudillo trying to frame it. Didn't get the
Man,
ball.
not giving that outside strike tonight.
Strike. And as I said, that is so much a part of Maeda's game. He lets the hitter get himself out.
No, 0. Okay.
So it will be at least 20 pitches for Maeda here in the opening frame.
Oh, it's probably a lie.
Through 2 outs.
Oh,
And he got away with a mistake with that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
yeah, a little late there, man.
Base will show you all
Want that
that.
one back.
He hung that one. He put a good swing, just a little bit under it. When you see a guy like Maeda, you see him every time. He's going to get that ball in the split finger no matter what. And then, because if he goes to that fastball, it's a lot easier to change, and you're not going to whip it with your glove.
Good take. Good take.
Braves doing a good job working the count here. Lamb did it. Now Kipnis.
21 pitches,
3 balls, 2
first
strikes.
inning. I mean, it's about to be 22.
Maeda's going to
Take
be
it.
the Twins' opening day starter.
Work the count, get on base, baby.
In the game, Rocco Baldelli probably was hoping for a 13 or 14 pitch first inning, not something in the low 20s. And Kipnis skies this one left high. Rise is there. He's got it. Maeda escapes trouble at the top of the first. Braves get a couple of singles. Sean Newcomb to work next.
I mean, 22 pitches, I guess. Whatever. Not a fan of that. Wow, we're still getting fucking commercials. There we go. Back to MLB TV. I was confused on that. Was confused on that one. Hey, anybody here? It says 2 people. Don't believe it.
Wish we were down in Fort Myers.
Let's see what Bryce has.
Atlanta Studios. Here's a look at the Minnesota Twins lineup tonight. A lot of their regulars are getting some last week action. Jefferson, familiar names. JT Riddle, the former Marlins, going to hit ninth. Max Kepler, one of the game's bright young stars in right. Miguel Sano, gigantic first baseman. And he'll take in Sean Newcomb.
Miguel Sano, giant first baseman. That is the understatement of the day. He is a giant human.
Braves plans might be about that fifth spot that might involve Sean Newcomb.
Well, look, if you're not planning on using Bryce Wilson for 10, 11, 12 days, you have the ability to carry an extra bullpen guy. Look, with the offense the Braves have, they only need
I thought Bryce was starting.
position player. So you have that ability to carry an extra guy. This could be their game plan.
So what Snit said before the game was the Braves at this moment feel very comfortable.
I'm so confused.
Being stretched out.
Sean Newcomb looks like he shit his pants, and he's also starting. And I don't understand what's happening. I really thought Bryce was starting.
Right?
I really do not understand. Really don't understand what's happening.
The Braves come back home for their first homestand. We'll see how that all works out. As a hot shot hit toward Lamb, that takes care of Polanco. Newcomb gets
I'm so
Yeah,
lost.
like you said, you have the options to do it. Really, the Braves, I think, between Will Smith and Chris Martin, Jim, the only two guys you're probably actually thinking about.
Am I having a stroke? What's happening? Sean Newcomb is throwing, and it should be Bryce Wilson.
And by the way, if Sean Newcomb's credit, he's pitched very well.
Can someone help me? I mean, I know there's no one here. I'm just talking to myself.
Thrown ball 4 a lot. So that's good news. This is Kyle Garlick, the former Dodger, briefly a Brave, and now Minnesota Twin digs in. Braves had Kyle in their organization.
ATL Braves lineup. Yeah, that's probably a good Twitter page to follow.
Garlick has had a terrific spring. 4 homers and 11 RBIs.
Dave has done a great job, and you look at this lineup.
Wish we had a radar gun. I have no fucking idea what's happening.
Josh Donaldson and
Like, that looked like an ephus.
Which Sean Newcomb doesn't mind.
It wasn't. Dude, he's taking a lot off the ball.
2 balls and a strike. Josh Donaldson, by the way, in the last Twins game, had a home run and a double, so he's starting to round into shape for Minnesota. Which also has Andrelton Simmons on the left side.
Wow.
When regular season play begins.
What is he throwing?
Feel very good about that. Not just for their offense, but for their
It
pitching
just
staff.
all looks so slow.
Rocco
It's
Malone,
all just so
does a
slow.
terrific
Like,
job
what are you
with this
throwing?
Minnesota
I
club.
wish we had a radar gun.
2-2 pitch.
So slow. Oh my god, what is this?
Newcomb has his first full count. That's another
What
facet.
are we watching?
Who's going to back up Travis d'Arnaud? Ryan Sickers still doesn't know, which tells you both Jackson and Charles have played very well this spring. Good. He takes care of Garlick for a strikeout for Newcomb. 2 up, 2 down.
Punched? Can I get a replay?
You know, 2 years ago, he was so good out of the pen for the Braves. Talked about moving him back to that starting rotation. You know, and look, Sean wanted to. He talked about it moving forward that he wanted to be a starter, but you know, here again, you kind of see his role this spring. Seems to be thriving in that again.
Okay.
Well, he's starting tonight, and we'll continue that discussion a little later on, but the weapon Newcomb can be out of the bullpen multiple innings, left-handed, and if he does what he's doing so far tonight, throwing strike 1, you can see how good he can be.
Yeah, you saw that with AJ Minter, how much that changed AJ last year. Sean's the same kind of guy. If he gets ahead and can throw strikes, there's a lot of pitches he can throw. Can he get ahead?
And a swing and a miss. How about that start for Sean Newcomb? Back-to-back strikeouts and a perfect 1, 2, 3. For his first.
It's working, I guess. Strike 2 people out in a row. What is he throwing? What even was that pitch mix? Can someone tell me? No, it's just me by myself. Talking to myself. Streaming, hanging out. You know. Well, I guess Bryce is not starting tonight. Duke looks good, though. Nuke looks good, though. Oh, yeah. I agree. Jesus fucking Christ. This is going to be short-lived. going really well.
The game's first run, so after what was
Yeah.
Chip Jeff with
It's
you
fun,
in
man.
our Atlanta studios. Thank you for joining us tonight. As the Braves enter the final week of spring training, they're taking on the Minnesota Twins and Kenta Maeda at Hammond Stadium at the CenturyLink Sports Complex in Fort Myers, Florida. Lower point of the order for Atlanta, Camargo, Pache, and Alex Jackson are coming up here in the second inning. Yohan Camargo. And a big breaker in for a strike. 194 for Camargo, a homer, and 3 RBIs. Braves
No
play
idea
all
what
around
speed
in
anything
spring
is.
training.
And I am
Time at
not
shortstop,
smart enough
a
to
lot of
figure it
time
out.
at the DH spot. And there's Maeda at his
What
best.
is that, dude? Come on, Johan.
Yeah.
Dad. What are we chasing? Get that bat off the shoulder, bro.
And he did it again in Camargo.
Why are you swinging at that, dude? You're better than that.
We can hear it on our microphones from Fort Myers. Do you hear that as a hitter when a pitcher grunts like that?
Absolutely.
And that affects you, obviously?
Well, I think it's just
Do you hear
you don't
my
hear
pitcher
from a lot of guys. Zach
grunts?
Greinke does it, right? It's a major one, but
Shit, is he
like
grunting?
for a guy that's got a split like this, I don't know if it gets you a little jumpy. But Yohan went after 2 of them real low.
Very low.
And that'll bring up Christian Pache.
He chased 2 balls in a row.
2 no homers and 2 RBIs. And John Fallon on the play. You've said it a couple of times already tonight. It's tempting to look at spring training numbers when things are going great for a major league hitter. I assume it's also tempting to look at a player's average and say, well, he's only hitting 172. You're not going to look at things when things are going great. Can you look at things as they are for Pache and say, well,
Dude.
he's only hitting 172?
Well,
Buying that?
yeah, no, I mean, look, I think a lot of times, and that's why it's important to be down there. When you hear the coaches talk about it, they're seeing their bats every single day down in spring.
I'll fly out of play.
Fouled off. I mean, that's a strike, so that's fine. Good battle.
You see games where you have 7 home runs, and you see games where you have no chance to hit a home run because of the wind. So, look, I think it's different for everybody. What the Braves got to figure out eventually, and we'll know in 5 days, if they want to just throw this kid out there and let him play. You got to make tell him whatever you do offensively is a bonus. But
Good take.
Gold glove center field, and we'll take the bat as it comes.
Really wish I knew how fast these balls were
Pache
getting.
in a game like this against Maeda leads you to
This is
believe
so
anything about
frustrating.
his status as to making this roster.
Well, I'll say this: he's played center field every game. And
Good take.
when he's been in there, you see that you're moving some to left. It's interchangeable. Not that it's set in stone, but I get the feeling looking from it that at that point you might see him get the nod to start the year in center field.
Maeda at 30
All
pitches.
year, he's going to have to play
Not
hard, but
crazy.
I think it's like
Count.
anything. This is such a potent.
Come on, Christian, get on base.
And you'll take his defense for these pitchers, and you'll live with what you get with the bat. And I always said, you hear a lot of hitting coaches, Chip. I know you've heard it. You only learn to hit the big leagues one way. That's to be up there.
And look at this at bat as an example of that. He started 0-2. Guys run the count full. He's going to see a 6th or 7th pitch from Maeda here. He's already thrown 3 full count sequences in the game. This is a man that doesn't walk anybody.
Good take. Bullshit, Blue. Fuck that. That was high.
8 hitters in a row at one point in a game with the Minnesota Twins. But he's not happy with his command so far early in his game.
No, and he might even got a call right
Fuck
there.
that. Yeah.
That's what a spring training call. But, I believe that a guy's got to learn how to hit at some point. The thing is, okay, you send Pache down. There's not going to be a minor league season till what? May 10th, maybe? May 8th?
Early May,
whatever
yeah.
early it is. So
Yeah.
then what? You don't have him swinging for 5-6 weeks. I think that could be going into the thinking too.
And I think that's going into the thinking for the backup catcher spot. As Jackson drives the first pitch
Get out.
forward right, Kepler Back up against the wall, has plenty of room to make the grab. That will retire the side. Alex hit that ball hard, but it goes up for one. We'll continue our chat as we head to the home second.
I mean, we're just all right. We're 41 minutes in. I'm the only person that said anything. Is that how this works? You just live stream, no one watches, and I just kind of. Yeah, that's probably part of it. I had a, I don't know.
We are scoreless as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And now a quick word about a big change coming to our network.
Your favorite teams have new networks. Fox Sports South and Southeast are becoming Valley Sports South and Valley Sports Southeast, March 31st.
We are all very excited about that. Pretty exciting you too down in
I'm
Fort
really
Myers.
excited about that.
As Sean Newcomb faces Max Kepler to lead off.
Fuck is Nuke's pitch, Max, man? On Nuke.
Kepler, German native, playing in the major leagues.
He's a baseball pitcher.
We're professional ballet dancers.
Bro, I want your baseball savant.
Dad is from Poland, his mom is from
Talking
San Antonio,
chop.
Texas, and he started playing
Sean
ballet at the
Newcomb,
John F.
Tuki
Kennedy
Toussaint.
in Berlin.
Yeah.
When you think about baseball being an international sport, I don't think Berlin is one that rolls off your tongue as one of the prime spots for young players to come from. Here is the great Max Kepler,
It's inside.
age 28,
That's how that ball was.
a young star with Minnesota. Sean Newcomb, a 1-2-3 first with a couple of strikeouts.
Dude, what is he throwing?
For strikes, you can see the mesmerizing talent and potential he has.
So you go back to that Dodgers game when he was so brilliant. He threw like 80% fastball.
Four seam,
Just let it rip. Come up with the
54% of the time. Changeup 28. Curveball 16.
5 pitches in that game. I think only 11
Is that even?
Yeah,
Full.
I mean, it was something to that
Even.
extent because we
Slider,
see his fastball play up,
9%.
down. As you said, when he gets ahead like this,
What's his
that
velocity
curveball,
look
it
like?
gets swinging.
Do we know?
2-2 pitch.
Struck him out. Let's go.
3 straight strikeouts for Sean Newcomb.
Fuck, that was nasty.
That's how the whole second starts.
What is
Brett Rooker
his-
coming up.
Great fastball, a little bit in, a little bit up to the zone.
What does his shin look like?
Rooker figures to make the team out of
Yeah.
spring
What is
training.
his
They send
four
Alex
seam?
Kirilloff back to the minor league camp. Kirilloff, a young player who the Twins think is going to be a big time star, but obviously
See,
the service
that looked like a
is part
fastball.
of that decision.
Got
He'll be
it.
ready to play sometime around April 15th, 16th, 17th. I'm just looking into my crystal ball, Jeff, to see what kind of seasoning Kirilloff is
Still
going to be.
me. Just me hanging out with
I hope
me.
that's something that the players and owners can come to an agreement on so that we get the best young players in the game sooner in a way that makes sense, both economically for ownership and for the career and the marketing of our game.
Yeah, it's tough because I get both ways. I really do. And, even more in not big markets like Minnesota where you try to get the most of what you have from that player. So, they'll never publicly admit it. Well, it is always interesting.
I can tell you it's the one time that it was publicly admitted in the offseason. It didn't work out so well in Seattle.
No, it was not good.
He's got plus stuff tonight, and he's been economical. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
No, Nuke looks fucking good.
Mississippi State debuted last September.
This is different.
And a rifle shot hit past Adrianze to left field for the game's first hit for Minnesota. So Rooker with a 2-strike knock, no doubt about that one. That got through the infield in a big hurry. And Rooker pitch out of the stretch for the first time.
A good piece of hit. That fastball down in the zone. He was able to get the bat head to it. Again, you can live with that. He's pitching ahead, gives up a single. Now you come right back here and look for a ground ball double play.
Remember Bob Murphy, late great voice of the New York Mets?
Yeah.
He would say at a time like this, well, there goes the no-hitter. So shot just
Second inning.
rack up outs. As Luis Arias is the batter, 6th place hitter. 306 average for him this spring. Arias 23 out of San Felipe, Venezuela.
Fuck.
Last year. That one clipped him on the way by. Might have got the elbow card and Duke with some 1-out trouble. Hits the batter. And has 2 on with 1 out.
I don't like this, Nuke.
So Williams Astudillo will be the hitter. This guy, I think, has one of the great nicknames in baseball, I think. The Tortuga, which means the turtle. How much Spanish? Well, let's see if the Tortuga can be blessed with catcher speed. Get a ground ball here. Mitch Garver is going to split duties behind the plate for Minnesota this year. Twins got a scare the other day. Garver took a foul tip off his index finger. His left hand. That's his catching
Oh,
hand.
no, still just me.
They're hopeful he's not going to miss a lot of time. He wasn't going to catch 130, 140 games anyway. But this is the time of camp where there's one thing
50 minutes.
wants to avoid is common players getting hurt.
Yeah. This is the point where you start looking ahead. 6 days away from opening day. Said after Smith's got that
Yes.
lineup card ready to go.
Keep streaming
Who
for
you want?
forever.
What's the worst
Mhm.
thing? What's the worst case scenario? You get a guy
Yeah, worst
hurt
case
right
scenario.
before you go north.
2 quick strikes to Astudillo. Jake Cave waiting on deck. 2 on, 1 out for Sean Duke, scoreless game. And inning number 2. And that's swung on late. Skying out a play foul. Big C fans at the ballparks in Florida and Arizona. Blessed to be in Northport for about 18 hours, it seemed. Great crowds. Undone and his staff did a tremendous job. Taking care of the fans in Northport. Took care of us in splendid fashion, too. I know everybody in Braves country is excited about 33% capacity at Truist Park on Atlanta's home opener, which is April the 9th against the Phillies. The pitch.
Good pitch.
Sinker took care of Astudillo. He turn that over a little bit.
Man,
And Newcomb's got his 4th strikeout.
Nuke looks fucking good.
And you can see change up. And then way out front.
Nuke?
If he can
I
throw a
don't
pitch like that, Jim, I think
know.
that could be a big difference maker for Shaw because everything he throws is so hard.
Yeah. Well, and that's look. A lot of the time, the difference is when you're down there in the pen. He can come in and just let it rip for an inning. He's going to start going 2, 3, 4 innings. That's when those other pitches, to me, come into play.
Yeah, you relievers know it's tough. It's tough dropping 3 that way. It's just
Love that. There's first and second, and then
gave the batter with 2 on, 2 out. But you're seeing, as we mentioned briefly earlier in the game, what is so still intriguing about Sean Newcomb. And if that is the last step he needs to make and can do it consistently, his ability to not get strikes on 3 or 4 pitches, that will be a huge difference maker for him, I think. A ball and strike. And inside out swing out to short. And the peg across to first in plenty of time. And Newcomb scratches there. Inning number 2. Sipping right along. No score in Fort Myers.
52 minutes, 53 minutes, and I'm the only person that has talked to me. Keep talking to myself, I guess. There's no harm in it. Any of you fuckers there? No, it's just me. And that's okay.
Fox Sports Go. Chip and Jeff with you tonight. Braves Country opening day right around the corner. Glad you're with us for our next to last spring training telecast. We join you remotely from Atlanta as the Braves continue to battle on at Hammond Stadium in Fort Myers, Florida, the home of the Minnesota Twins. No score, Newcomb and Maeda locking horns tonight with 5 games left to be played until we play for real up in Philadelphia. Phil Berman will lead off for Atlanta, and Ciarte and Adrianza to follow. Maeda struck out 3 and has given up 2 hits in his first 2 innings tonight.
And you can see first pitch breaking ball. He's going to use all his pitches tonight. As you said, this is his final tune-up.
Man,
JT Riddle at short.
I thought he got that.
Hot shot. Irvin's retired. 5 up, 5 down for Maeda. That's a challenge too, I would think, as a hit, right? Because you formulate a regular season game plan against a guy like Maeda,
Yeah.
but in a game like
Good
this,
pitching,
it's
yes.
nothing to him. He's working on things.
Well, yeah. And look, late in the spring, last couple starts, he's probably really trying to groom it. But this is one, he knows this is it before next Thursday. So, he wants to kind of formulate a game plan. But at the same time, he's got to throw all 3 pitches that he has.
And Ciarte bounced out to first. Pitcher covering his first time up. And a swinging strike 1 to the Braves left fielder.
And what are
That's right,
Kennemay's
they're playing left field
splits?
tonight with Pache in center. It's 0-1. Another little chopper hit toward first. Sano right at the bag. Ender was frustrated. Jogs to first and is quickly
Yeah,
retired.
I'm frustrated too, Ender. What the fuck is that? Slider, 38.
Again, that is
Change up,
It is hard to
29.
square this man. Everything moves and dances and darts, and it's seldom over the plate.
four seam, sinker, curve cut.
You see some guys with good splits, but they're
Man, he throws that changeup low.
with the fastball. So you don't have to cheat as much. When you throw 95, if he throws that fastball, you got to get it going. So that's why he gets the swings with this.
It's great that his number one pitch is a slider.
Velocity there, but off the plate to Adrianza, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Come on,
Adrianza.
Adrianza. Is it Adrianza?
Formerly of
Dude
the
rakes.
Minnesota Twins. So, yeah, I know these guys pretty well.
Dude rakes.
Turned 32 in August. Giants and Twins. His big league stops, and he's got a ring. 1-1 with the Giants in 2014. Right signed into a minor league contract. Braves have 37 players in camp, 6 of them non-roster players. As we join you tonight, 17 of those players are pitchers. Back Braves roster was trimmed down years or so ago.
We got any people?
Carl
Nope.
Edwards was told he
No
was not
people.
gonna make the team. He elected free agency. And Kyle Wright and Jacob Webb.
All
were
right,
sent
back
to
to
the alternate
Baseball
side of the
Savant.
minor league side of Atlanta. 3 balls and a strike. And rifle foul. I think if you look at the numbers for Kyle, that one was not so unexpected. Were you surprised about Jacob Webb?
I was, and that's where you talk about Chip, the options in the whole game. You get it, but the last year and a half, he has been brilliant. And look, I think we'll see him at some point sooner than later, but I was a little surprised by that one.
Play his options, so
That's
that's a big number.
Yep.
As Adrianza, former Twins manager, by the way, digs in and hits a shot. Tied
Fuck.
by Riddle. Good play.
Great play.
And he throws out Adrianza
Fuck.
first. Yeah. They managed
This
to
is a
win
defensive
the
gem.
game after they won the Central.
Fuck.
That play.
Top races division of 5 more now sales.
All right. Well, that's what 6:06 down. Braves have yet to have anyone on base. It's me talking to me about me.
Valley Sports South.
It is a beautiful night in Fort Myers. Perfect night, Jeff Francoeur, to enjoy a nice cold frosty beverage as the Braves and Twins battle on into inning number 3. And who knows more about that than our dear friend, the Braves Major League Hitting consultant, Larry Wayne Jones Jr., who joins us on the telephone. Chipper, how are you, pal?
I'm doing good. An introduction, huh?
Well, first of all, I wanted to ask you about, first of all, it's great to have you on for the broadcast tonight. Hope we get to see you in person real soon. Tell us about how this this hitting coach job came about. What in the world were you thinking?
Well, I just I wanted to be a little more
Dude,
hands-on.
Nate Jones has the funk.
Take my position with,
What even is this shit?
Alex and,
There's like
I'm
3
there,
hitches in his
but
delivery.
that's not really what I want to do. I see stuff
Boom,
on
boom,
TV,
boom.
I want to be
Man,
more hands-on.
so many moving
and get a
parts.
chance to get down in the batting cage.
Christian got that easy.
A really really feel I didn't want to do it full time, and luckily the Braves allowed me to do it 50% of the time.
I love the fact that a guy of your caliber in your career is getting back in the game. In many cases, Chipper, that is so rare for myriad reasons, family, finances, and all of that stuff. But your love of the game certainly shines through. With that said, what are your impressions of this Braves offense this year from what you've seen and what you think it can be? Of course, with no DH in the National League, I would imagine things would look somewhat different 1 through 9.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. I think this club, drastically with the DH, but it's still a very, very dangerous ball club offensively. What we're trying to do as hitting instructors is make sure that these guys are, number one, mechanically set. Number two, their game plan is set for the game. And number three, that they're in the best position to execute both when the time comes. And, we got 4 guys down there, in the cages. That are
Hey, look, it's me talking to me.
We can find somebody that touches each and every guy.
Punched.
Yeah, Chipper, I was going to ask you that. You've had some great hitting coaches that you talk about that you were able to play for. Have you kind of emulated some of them? I know John Baylor was always one you loved.
It's not going to go well.
Going through, trying to figure out, because there are 4 hitting coaches basically down there now, kind of how you want to reach these young kids. Well, I think the sign of a good hitting coach is not trying to make each and every guy prototypical Chipper Jones type of hitter. You talk mechanics. You for the first week that I'm down there, I shut up and I watch what they're doing in their drills, seeing maybe some mechanical things that I see that they can polish up a little bit, and then start to get in with a little bit.
Fucking Nate Jones delivery is so weird. What the fuck is that?
Each and every one of these guys, whether they're, they speak English, they're Latin. I mean, you just can't.
Watch it, Chipper.
Perfect for each and every guy, and I think we're working good as a staff to reach each and every one of these guys and have them ready for 7:05 each night. In this case, 6:05 tonight.
We talk all the time. Brian Snitker, Chipper, has said this a lot about players this time of spring training. The back of the bubblegum card does mean something. As you evaluate the guys that don't have as much of a back of a bubblegum card, Pache and Austin Riley is 2 examples. What do you see from them so far this spring, and what do you see their first couple of weeks as a major league hitter in 2021, especially Pache being like?
Well, I love Christian Pache. He's probably one of the most mechanically sound hitters. If we can just keep his rear end underneath it throughout the swing, he's gonna be good to go. And he's hit some really bad luck.
I like that.
At this point, you were talking about his 170 something average, but it could very easily be 260, 270. He's hit some balls right in the front. Austin had a great.
That's the weirdest delivery I've ever fucking seen.
So he's starting to get it. I think you really just need to kind of pump the brakes on everything that's going on in training and know that once that adrenaline hits them and the start of the year comes about,
what?
Everything's going to fall into place. And like you said,
Dude, wait. Bryce Wilson was optioned?
I know you and Freddie have a good relationship and real close. What was that like for you last year watching his season and just how special that was?
No.
Continues to amaze me. It's really cool to take young kids under your wing and just talk, the art of hitting.
What the fuck?
And have them grasp it, I mean, Frenchie, you aren't that way, but
And that's why he has to sit next to him.
Yeah. But Freddie really gets the art of hitting the ball from foul pole to foul pole, and knowing that if he just centers the baseball, that good things are going to happen. See, but Freddie got the nicer Chipper. I still play with you and kind of your grumpy days. So I that Chipper the Freddy did.
Oh, I got a question.
What the fuck?
He's won an MVP too.
We
Does he get
optioned
to
Bryce Wilson
the
today?
ATV now, or is that changed?
No, because his MVP was only a 68.
I love it. This is Nate Jones, by the way. He's really opened some eyes this spring as Kyle Garlick has a 1-2 count visiting with Chipper Jones. As Garlick unloads to the
That
left, that
might
ball
be
is
gone.
blocked, and that ball is out on the walkway. Garlick hits a solo home run, the first run of the game, and Minnesota has taken a 1-0 lead. Twins really like this guy. Dodgers, Phillies, briefly in the Braves system in the minor leagues.
Great.
Starts spring training this year. That's his 5th home run for Minnesota in March and April.
You know, Chipper, you talk about this year's Braves team. I get asked a lot of people. I have been very honest. I don't see a glaring weakness with this team. And I see a team that I know came 4 innings away from a World Series. And, you know, I know your expectations, I'm sure, are the same as mine, that this team is a team that can go win a World Series.
I don't think there's any doubt this team's going to have to stay healthy from an everyday standpoint, an everyday player standpoint, because we are not real deep on the bench. But I do believe that we're deep in the starting pitching. I believe that if there is a glaring, weakness that I've, witnessed through the months that I was down there, it would be, hey, maybe another arm in a bullpen, maybe, some help off the bench, something like that. But I remain confident that Alex Anthopoulos, if there is a need, will go get that for us and make one of those things a strength.
This is kind of like NASCAR, right before the start of the Daytona 500 silly season. There are going to be all kinds of guys changing teams or being released or cut for whatever reason. The Braves have done that before in the latter days of spring training. Matt Joyce comes to mind from an offensive standpoint. So you never know what might be the offense to improve your ball club at the last minute. As Sano's the hitter, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1-0 Minnesota on the Kyle Garlick home run. This is Chipper Jones.
So, Chip, you'll be doing all the home games, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be there from noon to 6 o'clock every night or every day, kind of helping with the pregame activities and getting the guys ready.
Okay.
And once BP is over, I'm going to be on the road.
So me? Talking to me? Or is it just me? It's just me. That's fun. Man, hour and 8 minutes, and I've talked to one person. Me.
They're on the road and they have a problem. They want to sit down and talk over what we had discussed that day. I'll be on call even when they're on the road.
Yeah,
What if you got a birdie punt on 18?
Murnau.
If I got a 5-footer to be salty, at Locks Ridge up here in Atlanta, yeah, they might have to wait 30 seconds.
that didn't go so well last time out, huh?
No, it didn't. He ran me over. Pretty good.
Well, Chipper, we love having you on. We appreciate it. And I think everybody's really excited about seeing you back in uniform at the ballpark. It means a lot to the franchise.
Man, we doing
Those
that?
who followed your career and know you as a-
What are we doing?
We're thrilled for this opportunity for you, man. I think it's going to be great, and it's great to see, as I said, a player of your caliber staying in the game because there aren't many that keep doing that. So bravo to you, and kudos to the family for letting you do it.
Well, thank you for having me tonight. I look forward to getting back in uniform at Truist Park and being a part of this championship race.
Sounds like a plan, Chipper. We appreciate it, man. Man, we say hi to the beach for us, okay? Chipper Jones.
What?
Yeah, I think
it's great just having him around.
All right.
I think,
Well, it was a fun hour.
I think Chipper has
Bye, everyone.
stride too, and knowing
Your stream will stop immediately and no longer be live.
like him.
Yeah.
And, I know
It's
we
ending.